So let's talk about authenticity. What does that mean for you? So I'm Nikki Butler, also known as the Autistic Joyologist. And for those of you that haven't seen any of my content before, I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD in my mid-40s. More recently realised that I'm also dyslexic. And that's quite a revelation, to reach your mid-40s and have no idea. I had always felt like I was different. I'd lived my life with people pointing out my quirks, my perceived failings, the ways I disappointed them, like the fact that I never really felt like I fit in or belonged. And whilst I would have told you 10 years ago that authenticity was one of my values, I realised that I'd never showed up authentically because I was so busy trying to cover up the parts of me that weren't acceptable to other people, or I felt were judged or rejected. And I became this master chameleon, this master camouflager, being able to mask the parts of myself I didn't want others to see and to show up in a way that would be acceptable to others. It was exhausting, and I always lived with this sense of being different, of not quite fitting in, and this cognitive dissonance of something didn't quite feel right within me. I wasn't being congruent or true to who I really was. And that was a big shock to me as somebody who would have said that authenticity was a strong value of mine, to have that realization that I actually hadn't been authentic at all. And so I'm now currently going through my NLP Master Practitioner program. And what I want to model and what I really want to understand is authenticity, showing up authentically in my life. So I've given a lot of thought around, what does that mean for me? Now, authenticity really simply for me means my actions and my words match my beliefs and my values, no matter the discomfort or the vulnerability that brings. And so I have had to do an awful lot of work over the last few years around my values and my belief systems. I've challenged some of the limiting beliefs that I've had, and now have a really strong set of positive beliefs that I align my life to, and I have very clear values. So I now know that when my words and actions, I can identify when they then match my beliefs and my values. But I wonder what authenticity means for you, because it's something that we talk about so much. I see it everywhere. I see it in social media, people talk about it in coaching sessions, they talk about it online, but nobody really pinpoints what authenticity is. And maybe that's because it has a different meaning for all of us. I want to be able to live my life authentically, no matter whether or not I am risking being rejected or judged. So that's the vulnerability piece. No matter whether it's uncomfortable because I open myself up to being rejected or judged, or people not accepting me as I am. But I'll always have that knowledge and that feeling within myself that I am being authentic, that I am being true to myself. So I would really love to hear what authenticity means for you and how you show up authentically in your life. I'm really intrigued by this. I think it's really fascinating. So I'd love it if you could share what your experiences are, what your thoughts are, maybe what some of your challenges are around authenticity, and what your hopes are, what you'd like to achieve. How would you like to show up authentically? What does that look and feel like for you? And how will you know when you are showing up as your authentic self? Or maybe you're someone that feels that it's not possible for you, that you don't know how you will show up authentically. I'd really love to hear your thoughts, your opinions, your experiences. Pop your comments below, reach out on socials, or if you prefer, you can send me an email, hello@autisticjoyologist.co.uk. I will see you very soon.